All right, contractors, if your ads are getting clicks but no one's filling out the form after, it's not the ads that are the problem. It's what happens after they click. So I'm going to be going through in this video exactly how you can change that and obviously optimize to get people to actually fill out the form so you guys can get some jobs. Okay, so let's get straight into it. There's just a wasp around me. So I like to call this the leaky bucket. You know, you've got good click-through. Oh, fuck. You've got good click-through rate. You've got decent ad spend, but you know, barely anyone is actually filling in the form. And like I said, it's not an ads problem. See, the thing is, the bridge between a click and a lead is where it either converts or dies. Pretty much that just means if it's broken, any amount of money that you spend on advertisements is just completely wasted before it even starts. So before you guys do start advertising, please make sure you at least take some information from this video and you fix basically what needs to be fixed. So what are the 5 things that actually kill your conversion rate? The first one, and this is probably the most important, is sending traffic to your homepage. A homepage could look like your actual website, like just your normal website where it has about, contact us, services, all of that malarkey. You don't want to be doing that because there's too many distractions. Again, gallery, navbar, about page, blog, people are going to leave. You don't have a clear headline because obviously you just send them to a website. And again, your company name isn't a headline. People need to know literally in the first 2 seconds what you do and why they should care. The third one is no social proof. So a lot of homeowners, 37% of them to be specific, use reviews as the primary decision factor. If it's not actually on the page, trust drops immediately. And it's so true. Imagine, the last time you went and bought something, you probably checked out the reviews before you actually did anything. So make sure you have a little bit of social proof on the page. The fourth one is an overcomplicated form. So I'm not gonna lie, the best way to do forms, especially in this industry, is not just have 50 different questions trying to qualify them, because what would you rather do? That homeowner fill out a simple form, name, phone, email, postcode, that sort of thing, or fill out a 50-page form, right? But then that homeowner wouldn't have filled out that form because there's 50 questions. Would you rather have more volume and then you qualify after once you've got all the details, or would you rather just get rid of those people in the first place? Because I know from experience that the qualification questions, too many of them specifically, and I'm not saying you don't have to have 1 or 2, that's fine, but that can actually detract people away from your services, and you don't want that, because we want as many people as possible, and then you can just qualify them out. So, and if you want a video on how to qualify these people, I'll make another video down the line. But the 5th one is slow mobile load. So I'm not going to lie, right? If your website is really, really fancy and it takes a few seconds to load, people would just click off it straight away. So make sure that that's not the case. But the main one here, well, I say the main one, but these are all really important, is step 1 is this one, okay? Then make sure, you've got a clear headline, and I'll go over that in just a second. Make sure that there's a bit of social proof on there. And yeah, I'll show you here, the homepage versus, a focus page. You actually have a headline, so you have the outcome. You got the sub headline, which kind of removes fear. For instance, you could put licensed, insured, quality work, etc., stuff like that. You got a trust bar with stars. You got one form with a few fields, not just 50 different things. Honestly, you don't want to be doing that. And then you have one call to action, which is book your estimate. Whereas at homepage, you've got all of this, and that's not what we want to happen, okay? So I'm going to show you a little bit of how a good page should look like. So we want the outcome, which is the headline. So get a free estimate in Alabama, let's just say. I don't even know if Alabama's no, that's a state, right? Get a free estimate in Jackson. Remove the fear, so no obligation, no pressure, transparent pricing. That's really good, by the way. I use something like that. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you exactly, but this will definitely work, having something like this. And then the trust bar. So, showing how many stars reviews you've got, how many you've done. I typically just tend to do this. I don't really go into this over here. But this right here is brilliant. If you can make a page for all these leads to go in and book, and using a CRM like Go High Level to then sync it up, that'd be great. And then it's just, you know, get my free estimate. This is a great page. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. And then from there, that's it. Like, they'll just go in and book with you. So, I mean, to be fair though, you do want a headline that actually converts. You don't want, you know, welcome to Smith's Contracting, for instance. And now I use AI plus my own knowledge to make these PowerPoints. Well, not PowerPoints, but slides. So it does go off a little bit off script. I did not tell it to say welcome to Smith's Contracting, but that's a good example. Like, you don't want to have that. You want a strong headline, which is like, you know, get a free kitchen remodel estimate in this. Sometimes I put a design estimate. Get a free kitchen design estimate. You know, it makes it feel more quality. Let's see what it says here. 78% of renovators went over budget in 2024. When you use a sub-headline, like no obligation, no pressure, transparent pricing, it does remove the fear. It genuinely does remove the fear. And that's why we need it. Because if we just had the headline, not as many people are going to convert, and we're trying to build something that really helps your business. So, excuse me. So this is what the trust bar does. This is just giving you a bit more information on why everything works. So again, you can have this, which I recommend, and also this as well. I actually use both, to be fair. Here's a few stats. 37% use reviews as primary decision factor. 42% ask family first, and you know, a testimonial is the next big thing. And then honestly, 4 to 5 times higher conversion with local city specificity. So if you're putting in like, say you serve Jackson, for instance. One sec. Say you serve Jackson, for instance. If you put like since 2019 in Jackson, you're going to get a high conversion rate. And honestly, you can put this on the ad as well in the headline. So make sure that when you do the social proof, you're really making it specific to your local area, because people want local. People don't want just a massive company. And if you are a massive company, think about how you can still use the same system. I mean, you guys are gonna have loads of reviews. I mean, it's honestly just dead simple. Just put a local area, and then let's just recap. So we have the ad, which we went over the other day. We have the page, which is here. You know, it actually converts to click, and then we have the follow-up after. And I am actually going into that in the next video, how to actually follow up with the leads, automations that you guys need to have, and like obviously 1 week email and text flows. Sometimes we have a few months, completely up to you. I'll be showing you exactly how I break that down as well. If you do want this built for your business, just book a free call with me in the description. There's a link to do so. Honestly, it's a free call. I'm just going to see if it's a fit for both of us, and I'll assess your business and see if I can actually help. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I really don't like to edit them. I just go straight off script, so if I don't sound amazing, that's completely fine. That's how I want to do my videos. But coming up, this is what's happening next. How to write ad copy that makes you sound different. We've got the follow-up sequence that converts cold leads into jobs, so that's what I was just talking about. And how to actually target homeowners ready to buy. So the next video will be next Monday, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.